You're
Already,
at your
yes, yes,
new,
for a new department.
yeah, new.
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
not just
Okay,
finish
because
announcement.
yeah, because the last time I think it was a different background or paint, right? The color is like something green or blue. Your previous apartment, but now it's like white. Okay. So did you bring your family with you?
Yeah, 2 days ago in the Sunday.
I see. Okay, Chen. So before we start, did you have dinner?
Already start. Finish.
Already. Okay, so now let's continue. So let me share my screen first. So how was your day at work? Not stressful?
Yeah, not very stressful. It's a normal day.
That's great to hear. That's great. Okay, so can you see my screen right now? I'm just going to share this one. Okay. So I think last time we stopped at number, okay, or we ended at number two, right? So now we're going to explain or discuss about your answers for numbers three, four, and five. Okay. So we have here men don't like to appear vulnerable. So yes, your answer is correct. Yeah. They don't want to appear weak, especially to women. Okay, and I think last time we also talked about this. So for number four, men or women are in fact often more vulnerable. So your answer is women, right? But the correct answer is men. Yeah. So last time I told you that they are more vulnerable because they don't really open up their feelings to someone. Okay, so now let's have number five. Men and women cope with pressure better. So yeah, the correct answer is women. Yeah, because they tend to talk more about their feelings to other person. That's why they can feel better immediately or right away after telling their problems. Okay, so I think that's it for this activity. So now let's me okay here. Oh wait. So this time for letter E, in your opinion, by the way, Chen, we forgot. So, okay, here. So the correct answer is men, right? But your answer is women. So for this one, men are in fact often more vulnerable. Do you agree that men are weaker or they are more vulnerable? So it's
Vulnerable.
yeah, feeling weak.
Number four.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, man, in fact, often more vulnerable.
Okay, so do you agree with this statement?
Mm-hmm. For me,
Mm-hmm.
I think still women will often vulnerable. Yes,
Why do you think so?
uh, I see a man because for me, I don't easy, but I don't receive more information about the man.
Mm-hmm.
Easy for just vulnerable because a man usually don't talk so much.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe is the reason why I cannot find the reason the man is more vulnerable. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because I have to make some research and yeah, and some researcher can find out. But for me, I still think woman is a woman will be easier than man for vulnerable.
Okay, so all right, that's all, or do you want to add more? That's all.
Yes, that's right.
So at some point, maybe I agree with you. Okay, the thing is, so maybe physically we are weak or vulnerable, right? Physically. But in my opinion, let's just say because I'm also a woman, right? So I have to be biased. Okay, I will explain our side. Mm, maybe we are quite vulnerable in terms of physical conditions, right? So obviously men are quite strong, but for when it comes to dealing with emotional and mental capacity or something like that, I think women are in fact stronger than you think. Yeah,
Yeah,
in my case, yeah.
yeah,
So nowadays, a lot of things. Actually, the world is evolving, right? So the world is changing right now. So that's why there are also factors that we can say that women are stronger than men, but it depends. Yes, you're right, it depends on the situation, but for me, yes, we could be strong in a lot of ways when dealing with our emotions or something like that. Yeah, maybe.
yeah.
Okay, so for number 5, okay, so this one, the correct answer is women cope with pressure better, or they can survive, or we can heal right away or something like that, we can feel better. So do you agree with this one, that women are
Yeah.
better in coping up with pressure? Why?
Uh, about this side, I think it's right. Women may be caught with pressure better than men
Mm-hmm.
because choosing with make comparison with my wife. She
uh,
have to stay at home with the children.
mm-hmm.
Many things have to do at home. But for me, if I be her, I
Mm-hmm.
think I will travel. Yeah, because I don't family with that, and I think it's a difficult, many difficult things we have
Mm.
to face with that, and still okay up to now. So I think
Yes.
because I don't know the living in the Europe or Americans how is it, but in the Asia normally women have to work many homework, yeah,
Yes.
no
House
name work,
chores.
yes, and
Yes.
take care of children is difficult
Task.
work, yeah.
Mm.
So have to the woman have to copy with it many pressure, and that's the reason
Yes.
why I think the women will cope with pressure better than men.
You know what, Chen? I love your answer 100%. I mean, I totally agree with you, one. And you know what? I sympathize with your wife because yeah, I'm also a mother, and yes, it's not easy. Taking care of child or children, and at the same time dealing with the things at home, and there are a lot of things that, because I think what I can say is that it is actually much better if you're working outside or in the office rather than staying at home. They think that staying at home is an easy thing to do, but actually it's not, because you have to manage everything, right? So, yeah, that's why I agree with you in that women cope with pressure better. All right. So, thank you for your wonderful answers, Chen. So now let's have letter E. Okay, so
Yeah.
in your opinion, which of the following apply more to men or women. Okay, so which of the following apply more to men or women and why? So
Yeah.
this one, I want you to read it silently, and after reading, so we can
Yeah.
discuss. So you can try to identify if, for example, this one, is it suitable for men or is it suitable for women? So you decide and we will discuss the answer. Okay, so please start reading silently and let me know once you're done.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
All right, so let's
So I
start
think that
now.
we will start
Okay.
step by step, and yes,
Mm-hmm.
I will talk my opinion with every person.
Yes, yes. Yes. So you have to explain why do you think that it's suitable for men or it's suitable for women. So yeah, you
Yeah.
have to explain.
Okay.
So are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
You can do it. So here. Okay, for number 1. So which one applies to the following? So for number 1, which one is
I,
better time managers? Men or women?
I choose man or
Mm,
rather manager.
okay, why?
Uh, this is my opinion, and so
Mm-hmm.
because it's belong myself, and I will talk the environment around myself.
Mm.
I see in Vietnam, man will usually I see a man will will a man a man person in family to earn money.
Mm.
So yes, maybe say and maybe you will usually to control the time with the work and
Mm-hmm.
yes and so a man in Vietnam I see he can control the time easier than a woman. The woman have many things homework and no uh-huh. It's not easy to explain about that because
You can do it.
yes, I'm thinking
Mm-hmm.
uh, can back
You're almost
having back
there.
back the yeah
Better time managers. So yeah.
time management uh-huh
Mm.
man yes uh-huh I see in Vietnam women have many small things have to do and uh, maybe it's become a routine.
Mm-hmm.
She work in same, the same thing day after day and no have clearly schedule for anything. But a man have usually work outside, work out at home and have to control the time to on time in the work and yeah, I think you see the main reason why the men are better time manager than women.
Mm, I see. So they need to control or something, right? Because yes, actually, you're right that they most of the time, I think for Asian countries, men are the breadwinners, right? They are the ones working for the family, providing our needs. So yeah, something like that. So that's why at some part they are good at looking at situations or about time, keeping about time. And the thing I can say is, for women also, you mentioned about there are a lot of things that they need to take care of, especially when it comes to house chores, right? So, yeah, maybe there are also, my answer for this is maybe both, or maybe I'm pro women. Yeah, but anyway, thank you for that answer, Chen. So now for number two.
Yeah,
So, less worried about deadlines. Less
mm,
worried about deadlines.
yeah. I think women are less worried about
Mm.
deadline
Mm-hmm.
than men. Yeah,
Why?
this really depends on personality.
Yes.
For man, between man and woman, it's from many time, long
Mm-hmm.
time to building a personality. So a woman usually faced with many small things and and Really, small thing, the small thing, no need to have a deadline. Just
Mm.
only can finish in the today or even though tomorrow, no problem. Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, it's certainly as soon as better, but I think women usually because
Mm.
work with many small things, the no name work,
Mm.
and yes,
Uh,
don't have much deadline to have to work. But the man is thinking for a big thing, and usually in Vietnam, and have to run with the deadline to yeah catch up catch up the deadline. If cannot don't need before deadline, it will be a problem. And yeah, I think it's the reason.
all right. So, yeah. And you mentioned that it depends on personality, right? So, yeah, or we can it could be both. So, in my case, I'm the type of person that when I was in college, so there are a lot of projects, right? So the thing is, our teachers will set a deadline, but for me, I don't want to reach the deadline. I want to submit it before the deadline. So yeah, that's the type of person I am. So maybe sometimes I'm too worried to submit or do it when the deadline is near. So no, it's not me or something like that, but it depends on personality, right? It depends. Okay, so anyway, thank you for that answer, Chen. Now let's have number three. So have more
Yeah,
pressure outside work.
certainly
Pressure.
will be the woman. Women have outside work have many things have to do at home. Yeah,
Women.
yeah, women.
Okay, all right, so let's just copy this one. Okay, here. So more
In
pressure
the
outside
previous
work.
I mentioned, yeah,
Mm.
of
Yes.
yeah, the content I mentioned before.
Mm.
Women have anything to do, have
In
many
the
things, many
house.
at no
Yes.
name work have to certain at home outside work.
Mm. That's
And
true.
but
So okay. Normally, Chen, in Vietnam, so are there any situations wherein men will actually do the work? I mean, no, the house chores. The men will be the one to do all the things inside the house. Are there any situation, or do you know someone who is that kind of person?
on homework.
Yeah, yeah, like men doing
Uh,
house chores. Do you know someone?
yeah, I see some guys. I have a sister and my brother-in-law. He control on daily on homework because my sister is a teacher and very busy. Yes, I think it will belong to each family. Is know the same.
Mm. So it depends, right? It depends. So there are, but it's really rare, unusual. I think there are only few men who will do house chores. Mostly it's women, right? Women will do everything like cook, cleaning, laundry, everything, taking care of children. Oh my gosh. And yeah, that's Asian people, right? So that's but for Americans, I think it's different. They have someone to, but if you're rich, then yeah, they will have some other people to do it, right? So they will hire a maid or something. Okay. So anyway, oh my gosh, it's already time.
Yeah, we are some.
I'm so sorry. So, Chen,
Okay,
thank you so much for your time, and we will continue this on next meeting.
see you.
Okay, so yes,
See you.
thank you. Yeah, have a good night.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Okay.